All right, so this is our main entrance. Tamika approved, you guys all know. Oh snap, I got everything wet over there. Let me get out of here. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Jonathan Montgomery. I'm out here chilling on a beautiful day. It is beautiful, even though it has rained a little bit. But I'm out here in Potomac, Maryland, getting ready to check out a house that I actually previously appraised before, but I wanted to revisit this. There's something fishy going on, okay? It's a beautiful crib, but we'll get to that later. It's quiet out here. I don't know if you can kind of see behind me. There's this long road. This is a private driveway to this home. There's a gate at the top there. So you got this long gated lot. And I think the builder or the people that own this house, I don't know if you can kind of see that little basketball court over there, but I think they're gonna build another home over there. And if I remember correctly, they're gonna build one back over in this area. But here's the house behind me. All right, so that is it. When I came here before, they were doing a lot of the painting and decorating and all that stuff. And I just thought it was a really cool house. And then I saw it was on the market and I said, okay, I gotta check this one out again. I wanna see what the finished product looks like. So I'm excited to see what they did. But I did find some details that matter and we gotta address that. So let me go find the key. I talked to the agent and she told me it's on a lockbox, but I just don't see it around here. But I'm gonna find that. In the meantime, y'all, I hit that 20,000. So I'm excited. Tamika's gonna be on an upcoming episode because we had a little wager that once I get to 20,000, she's gonna be on the show. So I hit it. It was late last night and I woke her up. I was like, guess what, babe? We're at 20,000. So she's, we're having a lot of fun. And also we just celebrated her birthday. So we had a great weekend hanging out. And anyway, enough of all that. Let me go find the key. I found the lockbox here and let's go check out this house. Okay, so as you can see, this is the lot again. I'm just showing it to you without me all in the foreground. But you can see it's beautiful out here. I mean, just all these trees and this road just winds all the way up to the house. They freshly paved this driveway, or they just put a covering on it rather than do a total pave job. So, still got the cracks, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But this is the home. Now, the first thing that they did was they gave it this brown paint, which I think it's not too bad. I'm curious what people think about this. Now, this house has not been on the market that long. So I am sure that people are gonna have different ideas or opinions about this paint. But they went with this chocolate brown. And I'm trying to remember if they did that on the side over here. That's why I'm looking. Yeah, they kind of did a little bit. Oh, yeah. Well, they did the chimney. Yeah. So we got the chocolate brown accent. They added those lights as well. But yeah, so let's go on inside. So I did open the lockbox. I found all that and everything. But we're not going in through the main entrance because the key that I have it takes us through here. So we're gonna go through the mud room first. So let's check it out. Okay. So you guys know how I am. I like turning on all the lights. Just get that effect. Got this big old. All right. So here we have a powder room as soon as you walk in, which I think is pretty cool. And they just did they put their own finishing touch. This house was actually in beautiful condition before they decided to repaint and redecorate. I'm gonna take off my shoes. Okay. I think this is our garage. I might be wrong. Okay, yeah, so you can see they still got all this junk in here. Got a 2-car garage, no, 3-car garage. All right. Even though I have appraised this house, I don't keep all the details in my mind. I don't remember every single detail. So sometimes I'll just forget things. We have the floating shelves here. And it looks like we're kind of in the, oh, okay, they set this up, and I did not know about this. They have these extra ovens in here, so they're using this as an auxiliary kitchen. But what I want to do is I want to see if I can find the front, because I typically like going in through the front, which we didn't do today, as I'm kind of unboxing the house. Man, look at this. So they did not do this. This was original, but look at the trim with the, goodness. They got a lot of detail going on in here. I don't know if you guys can see all of that. We got the columns, you got the dental rail trim, and I think that's what that's called. I always forget. Man, these are some cool windows too. I like the shape with the arch at the top there. Yeah, so they did some stuff here. And then we have this light fixture there. It's not very bright. I wonder if it's intended to be on a dimmer. I would think that it would be on a dimmer. I didn't see a dimmer switch. But yeah, this is a pretty cool dining room. I like it. This is our main entrance. See if we can get the lights on in here. No lights. I hit 4 switches. This must be for outside. Okay, let's try over here. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, so this is our main entrance. Tamika approved, you guys all know. You come in and you're not right in the main living area. But this is nice. Got the door, the big grand door. And look at this powder room. Now, this was not here before. I like this. I like that wallpaper. That's pretty cool. Oh, man. Okay. What do you guys think about that? You know, I always love when they do something flashy and daring or different, whatever, in a powder room. We actually have one, and we've been talking about some things that we want to do. And Tamika has some ideas. We're gonna do I think we're gonna do a graffiti wallpaper in that one. I have to show you guys our house one day. This is a closet. Okay. No, I like this. This is nice. They did a really good job. And this is our family room. Got to step down. Oh man, I'm digging it. I like this house. I like the windows, just those little features, those little details. Look at this door. Man, this is cool. All right, I gotta turn this on. Oh yeah, that's cool. Man. You're in here just chilling, hanging out, relaxing, meeting with folks. This is a cool room to do that in, Yeah. People come in. So I feel like there's kind of they took, obviously it's modern, right? We got these LED lights that look like old candles. And so you have like this old meets new in this home. The rail, it takes you back in time. That's early 1900s or something like that, right? That's not something that you see being done in the 21st century. Big old fireplace here. And then look at this mantle with the sconces. You can actually put something here in front of the sconce if you decide to. But no, this is really cool. And they did a good job at staging it. The furniture matches. It works well in this room. I doubt that it stays. I would ask for it. All right. Now we have this grand library. Now this is, I remember this library. I was wondering if they're gonna do anything with it. And they kept it like it is, which you probably would. I can't imagine you wanna do anything with all this wood. I guess these are all just regular old cabinets. Okay. What do you guys think? I love this, man. I am digging it. All right, I'm gonna turn off the light in here. Okay. Okay, so we gotta go back here. You guys know what's coming as I make my way through. All right, okay. Here we go. Nice warm lighting in here. Oh man. Now I did not see this kitchen at all because they had plastic up all over the place. So I didn't see any of this when I first did the appraisal because they were painting. All right. So here is, man, look at this stove. You got the old throwback knobs here. And this looks like it's inductive. Yeah, it's an induction heater, so it's not gonna warm up unless I put a pot on there. But I hear something going. Wonder if that's the fan. Okay. Oh, it's probably, maybe it's that fan back there, or vent rather. This is cool. I mean, can I open it? Oh, okay, it opens like that. All right, what do we have here? Man, I have no idea what to do with this. Is this just a rack? Like a cookie rack? Okay, and then we have another oven there. So we have an oven there and an oven here. Wow, that's cool. And then what is this? Push in, you got a little drawer. You know, we all store those extra pots and pans down there. And then we got these knobs, certainly custom. Man, that little tiny drawer. Man, I like this. This is cool. Yep. Oh, look, they left some glasses in here. The glasses match the they match the light fixtures, the shape of the glass. And you know, it's really cool because they have this hood and it matches, so it looks like you have just more cabinets up there, even though you don't. And okay. Now we have one little thing going on. It's not a big deal. The agent told me they're waiting on delivery of the handles for this refrigerator. So, you know, those things happen. And she let me know, you know, she called and said, hey, Jonathan, we're missing those pieces so that if somebody is trying to buy this home, they already know. You know, it's like there are unfinished things and they're informing the buyer or potential buyer or whatever. And so that's nice, instead of just walking in and then someone's, you know, wondering, what is going on here? And it makes it look like the product, you know, they're being proactive, I guess. Now, there's something interesting here. I was wondering, where's the dishwasher? It's way over here on the other side of this island, which I guess makes sense because you would, so yeah, okay, wait a minute. All right, now we have something to talk about. Okay, we have cabinets here, but people are gonna be sitting here and they're sitting in the area where you're cooking. I don't know about that. I wonder how that would work out. It seems to me like this would all be reversed so that the person can cook, people can sit on this side and watch, and then you have more cabinets. But we have our microwave way over here on the opposite side from the refrigerator and stove. Now, the reality is whoever buys this house is simply gonna be like, that's not a big deal. However, before buying it, someone might say that's a big deal. Okay, this thing got noise. I guess that, did y'all hear that? Oh, it's not gonna do it now. Okay. But yeah, I wonder who went with that decision to have it where the seating is on this side. You have the sink right here on this side with the dishwasher, which again, I don't see that as necessarily a big problem. But if you're really trying to like cook and clean, you're washing your vegetables, then you gotta go all the way around here to cook. Then you gotta go over here to your refrigerator. So I know somebody, y'all gotta let me know what you think about that. Because, yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm not liking it. And then you have people sitting here while someone is running around this entire thing, washing and cleaning and cooking. Yeah. And then, like, if you want to put some water in a pot, you got to come all the way over here. Yeah, I think. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone. Here we have our living room. Oh, okay. Now they did something special here. Okay. Y'all don't see it yet. I'm gonna show you in a second. Love this big old mantle. And this is set up for a TV. You guys can see the plug, and they have some. Love the sconce. And they went with a mortar on the wall. Let's see if I can actually, let me approach it from an angle where you can see it better. Okay, there you go. So we have a textured wall with probably a fine mortar to finish it out. And this is a style that is coming back, and I think it should, because it's classic. People always enjoy it. And it doesn't have to be overly done. So you see this entire wall, I don't know if you can see that, but this wall has that texture on it. But that's really cool. Okay, now I'm gonna go out here, see if I can figure out how to open this door. There we go. Okay, gotta check out the pool. They didn't fill it up, and they need to clean it, obviously. But when you have all these trees, and this is your view, you got to deal with leaves. Now, if marketing the home, I think it might make sense to go ahead and have the pool covered, or make sure you're cleaning it, because it just makes a better first impression. The water level's a little low as well. And then see, we got this hot tub over here. This is cool, but it doesn't look appealing right now because the water's a little greenish. And yeah, I could see someone being like, I don't want to get in that. I don't like that. And we all know that it can simply be clean, but it's just not a great first impression. And you can see they went with the light fixtures. Okay, so what do you guys think about this? I'm gonna make sure I lock this door, and I'm gonna leave the lights on in this one because you guys know I'm gonna be back in this kitchen. So let's check out the upstairs. Oh wait, did I miss something back here? There was, okay, no, that takes us downstairs. Okay, so we're gonna go up here. I like this house, this is pretty cool. But there's some things that need to be addressed. We're gonna discuss that. All right. Here we go, the loft area here, so people can kind of gather, or maybe it's a place to get away and read a book, which I like doing. You guys see how they did the trim up here? Okay, let's go down this way. Okay. At first I thought they didn't make up their bed. They just put the blanket on there. This is pretty cool. All right. Nice big tall windows. And we gotta see what we're working with here. Okay, so this is our bathroom. Pretty straightforward. I like the tile. I can get with that. All right, I'm gonna make sure I turn off the lights in this room. Oh wait, we gotta see the closet. Oh, they have the same type of handle. So these are custom handles, not just in the, these match what we had in the kitchen with the cabinets and everything. Same type of texture and look on the door handles. I think that's pretty neat. So they went custom, but they extended that custom look and feel throughout the whole house. Here we have this big closet here with 2 doors. And we have our own private bathroom over here. All right. This is cool. It's a little loud. All right. Let's see. All right, I know there's some more rooms down here. It's a nice sized laundry room here. This is nice. A lot of room to work around here. And let's see. Are we going back over here? Okay. Got a bedroom. So that's what, 3 bedrooms so far? Am I counting that right? Again, I don't remember from when I did the appraisal. And a bathroom. And it's not an ensuite, but it's right next to it. So more likely, this is gonna feel like a private bath. If I remember that correctly. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, because then they're gonna share with this person. And this is set up as a small child's room. Okay. That's pretty cool. And then we gotta check out the main bedroom over here. Okay, so this is I remember this. It did something interesting here. So here's our shower, okay? And, ooh, what is that? Oh, it's just like a glass brick. Okay, that's pretty neat. I like that. Got the wand here. We got the dark stone. That's not a stone. That's a ceramic. Yeah, that's a ceramic. And we got one of these crazy mirrors that, let's see if I can turn it on. There we go. What is it? Oh yeah, that's the defrost. What does this one do? Oh, it changes the light. Okay. I can get with that. Turn that off. And then this is so we have our shower and bathroom and toilet in here, okay? And then there's a closet here. So this is not a big space, but it's big, you know, it's not small, it's not tiny. Then you come over here, have a seating area. Again, we're in the main suite. We got cabinets rather. We're not in a closet, but we do have cabinets for accessories, shoes, all that good stuff. And then we have another closet here. Let me make sure I close this properly. I don't want to do that. There we go. All right. And then we have a closet here. Oh, wow. I wonder what that's for. Did not see that before. Again, you guys remember they were painting and doing all that stuff. And so for the purposes of the appraisal, I don't necessarily have to inspect closets and things like that. So we have another closet here. And you know, it's interesting because it's like they deconstructed everything. So we have the shower back over here. We have closet space, even though we are not in a closet. This is all part of the main living area. It's almost like you had a coat closet inside of the closet. And then now we have a closet area. There's the lighting. All right. Man, look at that big old glass door. All right. Oh man, what is going on? Oh, it's set up with a magnet. Okay, so they have it magnetized. So that's what holds that door. Keeps it open. And then we have more. I wonder if it clears. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty cool. So this is my wife's closet, and she will say, Jonathan, you just stuff your stuff over there. You put your things in those other miscellaneous spots. All right, but yeah, this is pretty cool. I like this. And they got the magnet holds. This is where you just hang things and fold, and this is for your shoes. Yeah, this is cool. So we have a big room, walk-in closet. And this is interesting. What do we have here? Just a little storage cubby. Yeah, you know what's interesting? Why do we have these drawers up here? And I wonder, what do they access? Because they have them, there's one up there. Let me see if I can figure it out. Someone's got fingerprints on that one. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. I think when they painted, it got a little stuck. Huh, interesting. All right, and then we come to the main bedroom. Okay. So we're still in the suite. Now, mind you, that door right there that you see open, if I remember correctly, that's where the shower is, okay? But then we come over here and we have a whole nother bathroom with a shower. So, all right. So you have your toilet, you have your bidet. Man, okay, that's set up different. All right, okay. And then we have our tub, and then we have this grand shower here. Let me see if I can turn on some lights, figure out where they are. Where's the light switch? I got that one. Did they put it outside here? Did I just walk right by it? Oh, I guess I did. Yep, I did. Okay, now we're all lit up. And here's our shower. Oh, okay. There we go. Oh, snap. I got everything wet over there. Here's that towel. I think it's gonna be wet. Let me get out of here. All right, y'all. So, yeah, that's an interesting setup. They basically put everything, basically we have 2 bathrooms and I don't know how to turn off this light. Oh yeah, that's right. This is over here. Okay. Yeah, we have 2 bathrooms in this bedroom area and one just has a shower. So that was the first bathroom. And then we have this one over here. Oh, we have our wet bar, of course, because who wants to go all the way back downstairs to the kitchen or our beverage cooler? And then let me turn off this light because I'm not coming back up here. All right, that's pretty cool. Definitely different. And I'm gonna find the basement. There's like so many light switches in this house. All right, let me go find the basement and we're gonna check that out. Okay, let's check out this basement. Okay, it looks good. They had the lights on for us already. Okay, there we go. Here's the basement. Got a nice area. Okay. This is kind of like our little bar area, dry or beverage cooler there, so, and then here's our a little seating area. All right. I don't remember what's back here. Let's see what's back here. Oh, okay. Got our bedroom. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. Wonder if it has its own bathroom. Oh, okay. They have a laundry room here, or laundry, wash and dryer rather, so that you don't have to go all the way upstairs. And then here's the bathroom. Not too bad. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this house isn't too bad. I think they did a good job decorating. Oh, we got some more stuff to look at over here. We're gonna go. Oh, okay, we got a small kitchen right here. It's really small. It's really just, you're not cooking here. You're just washing some dishes and keeping things cold and warming up some popcorn. And then we have our workout area here. And I suspect that this is where, this is where the utility area is. So we got all the stuff, right? Okay. And let's see what's in this room. Oh, okay, it's just a room. Somebody's gonna use it as a bedroom, but now this is weird. We have some shut-off valves way up here. It's about 10 feet in the air. And God forbid you need to turn that water off in an emergency. You gotta reach all the way up there. Hopefully it might be for something else. I don't know if that's a water shut-off valve. But I'm gonna go find the kitchen and let me make sure I turn off all the lights down here and then we'll go talk about the numbers. Okay, y'all. So now we got to deal with something here. What do you think about the house? I think it's a really great house. I love the decor, the way they styled it. Now, the kitchen, I'm here in the kitchen and I came back and it just hit me again like a bad nightmare, okay? I'm not sure, I'm just really curious about how people are gonna respond to that. Now, this house actually recently was purchased by the current owners and they recently put it back on the market. They did some design. It's really fascinating because I was wondering what was their strategy, and I know what I appraised it for. Now, I'm not going to tell you that number, and it really doesn't correlate with their asking price. Okay, so don't be, I'm not trying to give out information. But there was a big discrepancy when I appraised it, and I still see some evidence of that discrepancy in this listing. So first off, the house has 6 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, 6 full bathrooms and 2 half bathrooms or 2 powder rooms, right? We saw that. I don't have any issue with that. Now, according to the listing, they estimated the square footage to be 6,728 square feet. Now, the county says that there are, let's see, what did they say? Yeah, the county said that was like 7,500 square feet, something like that. But anyway, the current listing says that it is 6,728 square feet. Now they estimated that. I don't know where they got that number from, but I actually measured this house before. I measured it at 5,739 square feet plus 2,515 in the basement. Now they are saying that above grade they have 6,728 and I have 5,739. We're about 1,000 square feet different. That's a problem. Now, when you're doing an appraisal, we accept that there's going to be some discrepancy on a house this big. I wouldn't be surprised if I was 100 square feet different compared to what they said, from what the tax records would say. Now, it's not uncommon for tax records to be wrong because what they will often do is they will say, all right, here's what the builder submitted. We're going to go with that number. But if things ever change, it never gets adjusted, okay, once they come back and re-inspect and do all that stuff. They just go with what the builder's original plans are. So, it's not uncommon for the appraiser's measurements to be different from the county. But I don't know if these folks received my appraisal. They certainly had the right to receive it. All they had to do was call their lender and ask for a copy and they would have seen it. I don't know where they got their estimate from. This house is not terribly complex to measure. So one way or another, the numbers are off. And what it tells us is that it's valuable to, when you're buying a house, to get somebody to come out to actually measure the house and see if there's any discrepancy, or when the appraisal is done, look at what the appraiser measures versus what is reported in the MLS. There's always a discrepancy. There's often a discrepancy from what Zillow puts out there, Redfin, and then the tax records, and then the agents, they just pull from whatever source they want. And we do separate basements. So here I have that there's 2,500. I wrote down in my appraisal that there's 2,500 square feet in the basement alone. Okay. I don't see what they are writing here and they're consistent with what I have here. So they have 2,500 square feet in their basement as well. Now they're asking 3.899999999 for this house, okay? 3,899,999. House has been on the market for 4 days, and I'm curious to see if it's gonna sell quickly. But what do you guys think? I think it's a great home, I really do. And even with the value discrepancy, that might be something to negotiate. I wouldn't not the value, but with the square footage, I might use that as a negotiation, but not something that's gonna kill this house. Because what you need to do is just look at what is actually here. What you see is what you got. And if it worked for you, then you should still buy it. Nonetheless, let me know what you think in the comments. I look forward to reading them, and I will see you at the next crib. Bye.